Okay.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the rebranded Nikwork Network Entertainment. Although here, I guess we're Nikwork Net Entertainment. I am Trevor Stewart 1308, and we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat. Welcome to Nikwork Entertainment, friends. This is some Sunday shenanigans. We're going to be playing along with Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. And okay. So a couple of special things. I've got the ad read to go through first.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I I picked up a box of blueberry cereal, and I remember it being my favorite of the Halloween flavored cereals.
Mm-hmm.
The monsters, Count
Right.
Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry. And I also remember it being the hardest one to find most of the time. Also, I just want to say a quick hi to Just Me Crystal in the chat. Enjoy church. We love you. Much love, Crystal. So I believe I kind of forgot what it tastes like, and I'm curious to see if it still tastes good to my palate.
Uh-huh.
So that's where we're gonna start today. We're gonna taste some blueberry cereal, then we're gonna get to the ad read.
Yesterday we had watermelon popsicles in an odd form, and today we've got blueberries in an equally odd form.
Yeah. Ah! Dropping bits. Yeah, that's about how I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty fake blueberry flavor,
Mm-hmm.
but yummy. Not cloyingly sweet.
Okay.
Not overly sweet, which is what I was hoping. I'm glad it isn't. Um, yeah, I see why it was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, it is as good as I remember. Hi, Dassin. Yes, we went through a rebrand so that we'd start using the company name instead of my personal name. Blueberry, so good. I felt it was time to sort of step up the level of professionalism just a little bit. Also, this is, you can call me Trevor. You can call me Trevor 1308, any of those, or Trevor Stewart. Trevor Stewart is still my name. Trevor Stewart 1308 is still my employee name. It's just, the company is Nikwork Entertainment. I think we're going to go ahead and lose the network both here and in YouTube when they give me the ability to change my name again.
Mm.
Just because I feel like that, works a lot better, flows a lot better. And because I don't have enough characters in Twitch to do Nikwork Network Entertainment all together.
Yeah. Something that we did, well, at least I didn't realize yesterday when I was suggesting it.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh my goodness. So, the decision about Boo Berry is yes, it is still my favorite sugared cereal. Boo Berry is it. Mwah. Thank you, Dassen. Thank you for making sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, Boo Berry. So, Dassen, did you have access to the Halloween cereals? Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry. I don't know if that's a particularly American, specifically U.S. thing, or if it made it global.
It would make sense if it was a particularly American thing.
You think you've seen Chocula, but not the other ones in Canada? That would make sense. I feel like Count Chocula was the most famous of them. Wow.
It's also the one you can find out of season, too.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like... And yeah, it's the one you can find out of season. Frankenberry, you used to be able to find out of season, and Boo Berry was always only during season.
Mm-hmm.
Dassen, if you come down to Virginia for your birthday on some year, if you come to the U.S. during your birthday on some year, you will be able to find it in grocery stores somewhere, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
I could also get a box and try and ship it to you. And we can work that out. We can work that out later if you would like me to try and do that. But I'm still trying to convince Dassen to come down for her birthday. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year.
Fair enough.
All right, so today's ad read, today's pre-rolls. Dassen says, well, I was trying to come down to the States for my birthday this year, but I have car trouble, so I shouldn't. I'm going to lurk and listen and stop distracting you. It's okay, Dassen. Distractions are part of the fun here.
Besides which, you're less distracting than Lockpick ever could be.
True. Enjoy your breakfast. Thank you for lurking. We love our lurkers here. Thank you for showing up. Today's pre-rolls are brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, 105 West Main Street, above the bricks, Suite 200, on the downtown mall between 10,000 Villages and Hamiltons, where the only thing better than their customer service... No, wait. The only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Oi, it's a morning. A place where you can go with some good buds to get some good buds. And also the lowest prices in town, according to my own personal research, which might be highly biased. Don't forget to check the website for events and times. That's The Hidden Leaf, and I think it's hiddenleafcharlottesville.com is the website.
I think so.
Yeah, don't forget to check the website for times and events. They have special events quite a bit. They had a private party last night. They had a private party for one of the employees whose birthday is today.
Nice.
And so I got a text as I was hanging out there yesterday saying, when we close, don't leave, party after. And so I ended up hanging around until midnight and partying with them.
Beautiful.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was great. I mean, and it was unlike other parties in the area. It was chill. It was everybody was having fun, you know, everybody was cool. Oh, it was great. And it even gave me a chance to help clean up after the party.
Nice.
Which is honestly one of my favorite things about going to a party. Helping clean up a little at the end.
Right now I have the insane urge to invite you to come to functions at the school solely so you can help me put tables.
I'd be delighted to, Kat. Hi, Chris into 386. So this is gonna be a continuing thing. The name change is so that we would start using the company name and stop using my personal name. You know, my personal name is Trevor Stewart, 1308. The company is Nikwork Entertainment, or Nikwork Network Entertainment. And I felt like it was time to shift over to being a little bit more professional and freeing up my personal life to be personal instead of instead of oh okay, hold on, I need to help somebody real quick. Oh, you got this, Cat?
Working on it, but you may type faster than I do.
Okay. Entertain them, explain the name change, and stuff.
In an effort to try to actually be a little bit more professional looking and presenting to the public, going with, you know, well, it's going to end up being Nikwork Entertainment instead. We're going to drop the network part because when the name was suggested, character allotment was not in consideration. Uh, but the goal is to have a slightly more professional looking thing, and you can still call Trevor Trevor. Or any of the other things that you were calling him beforehand. Uh, you know, I'm trying to make it so it's a little bit more apparent that there are many, many things that the entertainment show does, not just one specific type of things.
Okay. I'm trying to help someone get into the voice channel, which is why I'm doing this right now.
That's fair. That is entirely fair.
I'm coaching someone who is new to this through trying to get into the Discord voice channel.
I love it. It's awesome.
So, oh,
Alright.
oh yeah, I forgot Clueless Pancakes showed up last night. That was fun. Clueless Pancake was also at the party, which was great. They're trying to get into the voice chat, Crystal. I think that's them. Are you is that you, Jer?
Yes. Mhm.
All right. Okay, everybody, welcome to the voice chat. My mother, Jerry, who is going to be playing with us. Don't forget to speak up so we can hear you when you shout out your answers.
Okay, but Trev, I can't stay on very long. I just wanted to
Oh,
make the connection. So,
Cool
okay.
beans.
Cool beans. Well, thank you for showing up. Now you know how to get in here so that when we do the interview next Saturday, you can get into the voice chat.
yep.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, Mom. Good to
Love you,
see
son.
you. Love you too, Ma.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't forget to hit the little red telephone button to hang up. Ah, there it
There we
is.
go.
It's okay, Crystal. You had no idea. There was no way to know. But thank you so much for being helpful, Crystal. I really appreciate it. Love you so much, Crystal. All right. So, yeah, that's why the name change. That's why my mom just dropped in on chat. Are we done with all the other confusing stuff? Oh, I need to do something to reduce your echo right now, I think.
Potentially.
No, I don't, actually. You're not. Not at the moment. Okay. All right, friends. I think we're ready to play. Chris in
Yeah.
the end into 386
Yeah.
386 says, "No, life is confusing."
Yes.
And we are in ad break, so let's check to make sure you can hear it.
Support for this podcast
Yes,
and the
I can
following
hear.
message come from
All
the Southern
right.
Environmental Law Center and its podcast, Broken Ground. This season, explore the unique environmental challenges facing the rural South and meet the communities working towards a better future. Episodes available wherever you listen to podcasts. This message comes from NPR sponsor Grammarly. You use multiple platforms every day at work. Writing is involved for most of them. That's why Grammarly works where you work. 96% of Grammarly users say it helps them create
I'm letting
more
it play
impactful
through
writing.
commercials
It
'cause
works
we're
across
still in ad
500,000
break.
apps and websites.
That's fair.
With one click, go from editing drafts in hours to seconds. Sign up and download for free at grammarly.com/podcast. That's GRAMMARLY.com/podcast.
There we go. That's what I wanna do.
Easier said, done.
There.
There.
And then I need to. No, stop that.
Now
That
I
is not
need
what
to
I
do this. All right, say something. All right, say something.
something.
All right, good. I got it.
All right. Can you pin this chat? Because it won't let me pin it.
It's not letting me pin it either.
Hmm.
But what you can do, what I'm about to do, to get it to pin is this. And then a regular one.
Okay.
And I'm setting it for 40 mins.
Because you were trying.
Huh?
Thank you, Crystal. I didn't realize I couldn't pin announcements.
Yeah, I just figured it out too. All right, we are back from commercial.
Okay.
They are through with commercials. We are ready to get this a-going.
All right.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I don't carry a big stick because I don't speak softly. I'm Bill Curtis, and here is your host at the Studebaker
Bill.
Theater at the Fine Arts Building in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I'm just as excited because we have a great show for you today. Later on, we're going to be talking to Jay Farrow, the impressionist and SNL veteran who now hosts the game show, The Quiz with Balls. That is what it is called. And on this show, if a contestant gives a wrong answer, they are knocked into a swimming pool by an enormous ball. This is a great idea, punishing people for wrong answers, but we have something even more terrifying.
Welcome to the quiz with Bills.
He's right behind you. Nothing will happen to you if you get our questions wrong because you'll be on the phone. The number to call is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Let's welcome
It's
our
gonna
first
be this
listener
kind of
contestant. Hi,
episode,
you're on
isn't
Wait,
it?
Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Liz calling from Malvern, Pennsylvania.
Hey, how
Hi,
are you? How are things in
Liz.
Malvern?
They're pretty good. Starting to enjoy the start of fall. Can't wait for all the political ads to end.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes. So you've got the swing state blues. I'm sure. Do the ads actually, when you turn off the TV and try to leave, do the ads follow you out of the house?
Yes.
Yes, I do get about 2 postcards a day from the campaign.
Oh, really? Well, welcome to the show, Liz. Let me introduce you to our fabulous panel this week. First up, it's the comedian and host of the podcast Fake the Nation. You can see her in Reading, Pennsylvania, in the Muslims Are Coming stand-up show on October 18th. It's Negin Farsad.
Hi, Nagin.
Next up, it's a correspondent for RealCitizenKate.com and a comedian who will be appearing at the venue in Janesville, Wisconsin, on October 26th. It's Adam Burke.
Hi, Adam. Always
And
enjoying
finally,
Adam
one of our
Burke.
founding panelists, a feature reporter for the style section of the Washington Post. It's Roxanne Roberts.
Hi, Roxanne.
So, Liz, welcome to our show. You're going to play Who's Bill this time. Bill Curtis, of course, is going to perform for you 3 quotations from the week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain just 2 of them, you will win our prize, the voice of anyone you might choose from our show in your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely.
All right. Here is your first quote.
There will be no third debate.
So,
Trump.
after Tuesday night's
Yeah.
events, who apparently is done with debates?
That would be Donald Trump.
It would be former President Trump.
There you go.
after we had
How's
the
that,
debate between
Chris?
Trump and
Better?
Biden in the spring, the first and apparently now last debate between Trump and Kamala Harris took place on Tuesday. It broke records for viewership. It's all anybody wanted to talk about all week, making this week a perfect time to announce your illegitimate child if you have one.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. Now, Trump hemmed and hawed, but he did finally say on Thursday that he will not have a third debate because he says he did so great in the second one, and he doesn't want to ruin it. That's what he said. Also, come on, given his experience, better safe than sorry. Having a third is how he ended up with Eric.
So my parents are visiting me, and so we watched it together. So I was with my immigrant parents. We were just nibbling on someone else's dog.
Is that with mustard or ketchup?
It was with a reduced balsamic, actually.
Okay,
we were
okay.
quite elegant.
come on.
They've been immigrants here for a while,
Yeah.
stealing pets, so they know. My favorite thing about the debate was her face. I've taken acting classes, and she was doing the most subtle, the most interesting, faces that communicate. She didn't need to speak. Her face literally said everything. It said, "You're an idiot. You're not fit. I'm so much smarter than you. What are we even doing here? Dogs? Why are we talking about dogs?" And her face said so many things. It was incredible acting.
You're absolutely
It
right.
was.
I mean, it was so amazingly expressive that
Yeah.
you know that those facial expressions must have been part of her prep, right? She must have practiced. And after the debate, she was so tired, her doctor has put her on complete face rest.
She's on track to be our nation's most memeable president.
She really is, yeah.
She's dying to be captioned.
And of course, as you mentioned, Nagin, to the pantheon of great presidential debate lines like "There you go again" and "You're no John Kennedy," we have to add Trump's "They're eating the pets." It did make history. It's the first racist dog whistle actually about dogs. All right, Liz, here, believe it or not, other things happened this week. And Liz, your next quote is from someone making history in space.
Woo! Smell that? Space.
That was a tech billionaire, as he became the first ever private citizen to do what in space?
Oh, to do the spacewalk.
Yes, to take a spacewalk. The first private citizen spacewalk was successfully conducted on Thursday, although it was less, frankly, of a spacewalk and more of a space clutching the side of a spaceship in terror.
I'm surprised Trump didn't work it into the debate. You know what I mean? We got immigrants coming in, and we got billionaires leaving the planet.
So
Right.
Do you know how expensive that will be for me to call all my friends when they're on Jupiter?
the SpaceX rocket was rented by tech billionaire Jared Isaacman, who was also the crew commander. That means he paid an extra $1 million for a cool patch. He's done it before. He's a frequent customer of SpaceX. He got an upgrade this time. It was nice. He got the luxury ship.
Yeah, I guess my whole feeling about these space missions and we're covering them like new ground is being broken, is that didn't we do this in the 60s?
Yeah.
Right?
So then what are we even talking about?
Well, we have made some advances, and this is serious. You may remember, if you think about spacesuits, NASA spacesuits, huge, bulky things. These are cool, modern SpaceX spacesuits. They're sleek, they're form-fitting, they are absolutely the most attractive and fashionable outfits ever made that you can poop in.
If you could go to space, would you do it?
No, I have I just have zero interest. It just feels I don't need to accidentally die. I can see the video.
You know why? You know why I wouldn't go to space? Because it's full of friggin' billionaires. That's all else is up there. What would you even talk about?
So what's important about this achievement, and they did go higher than anybody has since the Apollo missions, is it's a first step toward normalizing commercial space travel for ordinary citizens. We are about a decade away from kids having their birthday parties in orbit. And then a few more years after that from kids complaining that orbital birthday parties are boring.
Also, man, you thought destination weddings were expensive now.
Exactly. Your last quote, Liz, is a question posed in the Washington Post about a new feature on the Apple iPhones announced this week.
Oh,
How
the
much
AI.
leeway will we get with eggplant?
This new feature will allow anyone with one of these iPhones to create their own what?
Emoji.
Emoji?
It is emojis. This week, at their big conference, Apple debuted these newest iPhones, and they come equipped with AI, Apple Intelligence, and among many other things, it will allow you to generate your own emojis, whatever you want, just by describing what you want to the phone. Now, it's kind of a deal with the devil, because on the one hand, we all know artificial intelligence, huge energy demands, accelerates climate change, but on the other hand, you can make an emoji of a frog on a pogo stick.
Here's the thing, I don't understand emojis now. Like, even with the pre-programmed ones, I don't know what people are talking about. I don't need everyone to have their own
Like
language all of a
custom
sudden.
emojis,
Yeah, exactly,
right?
yeah.
That you have to like decipher.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
also, this is very cool, you can combine emojis. If you have a complex feeling you want to get across, you can ask for a cowboy and a monkey. You'll get a monkey cowboy.
So you
can combine an eggplant and a peach, and it'll give you a baby.
So you can like Island of Dr. Moreau the emoji.
Exactly, that's exactly
And
what
that's like a major benefit
Right,
of
yes.
this new iPhone.
Bill, how did Liz do in our quiz?
Smart Liz started us off with a perfect score.
Well done, Liz. Thank you so much.
I'm so scared for her future all of a
Take care.
sudden.
Bye-bye.
And yet, I think that
Right
the
now, panel, time for you to
communication
answer some
level
questions
will
about this
go
week's
up,
news.
You know?
Adam, Vladimir Putin has
It
long
could.
railed against Disney, saying Western culture is terrible and that their cartoons are far inferior to Russian ones, so it must make him furious. He has said that. So it must make him furious that the son of what prominent Russian is reportedly a Disney superfan.
I didn't know that he allowed there to be other prominent Russians.
Right?
Yeah.
That may be a clue.
Is it his own son?
It is indeed the son of Vladimir Putin.
I should have said
Putin
that.
has two young sons with his
Oh, he's gonna love
mistress.
it.
Hold for awe.
No.
And one of
There's
them is
nothing awe
reportedly
about
incredibly
this.
into Disney, even insisting on dressing up like Disney characters, of course, because he is a Putin. His costume is actually made from 101 Dalmatians. These two sons are not often seen in public. They live with their mother, Putin's mistress, out somewhere outside of Moscow. One of the boys is starting third grade, and the one who's really into Disney is just about to go into kindergulag.
Hey, pause for a
He
minute.
said that he prefers Russian cartoons. You know, they're
Yeah.
I just wish to note the fact that the one person says, I didn't realize he allowed there to be other prominent Russians, and the answer turns out to be Putin's own son, is so fitting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And that's why he said, I think that's a clue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just I couldn't get the word Putin out of my mouth fast enough. I just couldn't get there. Like all of the thoughts tried to hit the vocalization software or firmware, and the firmware crashed because it had too much input and I couldn't speak. And that happens to me actually a decent amount. There were a couple of times last night where somebody said something that opened me up for just a raft of jokes. And all of them hit the speech firmware at the same time. And I just ended up standing there staring at them, blinking with my mouth open just a little bit. With that, that loading pinwheel above my head.
Yes.
Oh, I remember. So I managed to work my way through that at one point last night, though.
Yeah.
So Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I don't think I told any of the viewers. I went out to a birthday party. I stayed at the Hidden Leaf last night after closing for a private birthday party for one of the employees and got to hang out, with the whole crew. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. It was a very, it was neat to see the realization of what these owners want as far as community, because that's what it felt like in that moment. It was that sort of community that they were looking for. And so, I stayed there all night and had a great time. Crap, where did this story start?
You finally got your jokes to work. The firmware started helping.
Oh, right. Okay. So, I was, at one point we were playing cards. We were playing blackjack for, nothing, just sort of getting everybody used to it. And a young woman sat down next to me, someone who I know a little bit and have had a few conversations with. And she asked me if I was on America's Got Talent, what would I be on for? And I said, stand-up comedy. And she goes, okay, what joke, if I were Simon Cowell right now, if I were Simon, what joke would you tell me right now? And I looked at her and I said, that joke would get me kicked off of America's Got Talent. And she goes, really? Okay, what? It's like, hey, Simon, I found something in my fridge that has more culture than you. A bowl of yogurt.
Oh my!
She was like, as Simon Cowell, she leaned back, put her sunglasses on, and hit the buzzer. Like, I almost feel like I hurt Simon Cowell's feelings there for a moment.
That's good.
Yeah, I had to work through the traffic jam of jokes to get to that one. And I had to work through it quickly because I only had a few moments.
Nice. Very nice.
Thank you. I mean, if she'd asked about any of the other judges, I might have been a lot nicer. I have no interest in being nice to Simon Cowell.
Right. I mean, I don't argue with that one.
Oh, all right. So yeah, back to the episode now.
Okay.
Like, for example, Tom and the adoring populace who all love Tom. And where in Siberia is the dissident Carmen Sandiego?
Ooh.
Coming up, our panelists take a snack break on our Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR. Focus on getting everything for free at Graphs. Sent straight for checkout for
Award-winning trading platform.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We're playing this week with Roxanne Roberts, Nagin Farsad, and Adam Burke. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. right now.
I have to respond to Chris into 386 about this one. The world is flat. And you say that, Chris, I can prove it. You ready for this? Kat, would you like to play the straight man in this situation?
Sure. I'll do my best.
All right, so the world is mostly water, right? 75 to 80%, right?
Right.
And so little of that water is carbonated that
Correct.
on the whole, you would say that it's not carbonated. All the water on the planet's not carbonated, right?
Correct. It's mostly salty.
So there you go. The world is flat.
Did you get that from the Peanut Gallery, or did the Peanut Gallery get that one from you?
I got that one from the Brock star of our lives. So I think the Peanut Gallery must have got it from me. Or the Peanut Gallery got that from Brock. Or the Peanut Gallery came up with it in parallel to Brock. But I got it from Brock.
So what I'm picturing now is a slingshot and some things for various personages that persist in terrible punnage.
You knew that this was what it was like when you signed up.
This does not stop me from,
Oh wait, you didn't
wishing
sign
to
up. You were voluntold.
Where's that picture? Hang on, I have a picture for you.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the picture's a middle finger.
No, it's actually not entirely. Come on, thank you. Put this in the voice chat for you. There.
Where's the button? That's the button I'm looking for.
Yes.
What do you want to watch today, Mischief? Murder! No, something else. Violence! That's the same thing. No, it's not. Murder always ends in death. But violence has endless possibilities. Violence!
Yes.
Yep.
Just because I knew about the proclivity of puns, both when I started dating the Peanut Gallery and when I encountered you in game. This does not change the fact that I still choose violence. Because the possibilities are endless.
Well, there you go. Our ASOC prod chooses violence.
Anybody that's listened long enough understands that is
yes.
Not news information by you.
Yeah, not new information at all.
No.
We are who we are.
This is true.
All right. Now back to the show.
Right now it's time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game on the air. Or you can always check out the pinned post on our Instagram page. That's at WaitWaitNPR. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hello, Peter. This is Emily calling in from Houston, Texas.
Hey, how are things in Houston?
You know, they have been pretty nice the past week, but in this late summer, but I think they're about to get warmer again.
Really? I mean, because Houston, when it gets warm, it gets warm. Emily,
It gives in a lovely, healthy glow.
It does, yes. Emily, it's great to have you with us. You're going to play the game in which you tell truth from fiction. Bill, what is Emily's topic?
I didn't know my Doritos could do this.
Doritos can do a lot of things. Otherwise, they would call them Don't-Doritos. This week we heard about Doritos breaking really new ground. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one who's telling the truth. You'll win the Wait Waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Ready to go?
Yes, thank you.
All right, first let's hear from Adam Burke.
While it seems counterintuitive that Doritos, a food that stains every piece of clothing you own, could make anything disappear, researchers at Stanford University, experimenting with the chip's signature yellow number 5 dye, have discovered just that. They began rubbing a tartrazine solution on the stomachs of laboratory mice, which, surprisingly, isn't illegal. And noticed that these body parts became transparent. The chemical process alters how light refracts on living cells and may have wide-ranging surgical applications beyond just being a tasty snack in the OR between incisions. Researchers wish to stress human trials are a way off and remind potential volunteers they involve Doritos on the outside of your stomach.
All right, so is it what? Is it fair? You're cracking up a little. Hold on. Give it a second. And now try again.
I'm already cracked up.
Okay. No, it's processor problems, I think. It's on my end. It's my processor having issues. Okay, you sound good. Try again. What was that?
I said, is it fair that we know which one it is because we got to the story first? Probably not.
Right. Like, no. He has said before in previous episodes that it is cheating if we have prior knowledge.
Yeah.
That's not the way this game is supposed to be played. But we all know, we as a group are aware that this is it.
Unless they bring up the next fact, the one about the Cheetos in the cave.
Okay, see, they never have D, all three are correct.
They did one time.
Not for this game.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, it's always on that's always on the last question of the not my job.
All right. That's fair. Okay.
But,
so this is not a fair point, but...
We'll find out. I mean, it may not be a fair point, but we both get the point because we know.
Yes.
It's sort of like, it's a wash.
Yeah, it's a wash as far as between us go. I'm curious to see what other wild story they come up with that we might have believed otherwise.
How do reavers clean their spears? Put them through the wash. Before all the Firefly fandom comes together to kill me, I'm gonna press play.
Specific chemical found on all Doritos can make mice transparent. Your next story about a hidden feature of Doritos comes from Roxanne Roberts.
We knew this.
When influencer Tyler Kalla agreed to foster a tiny orange kitten, he named it Dorito, Dory for short, after his favorite snack food. Kalla made an adorable TikTok of the kitten playing with a pile of chips, which is when Kalla realized that Dory was obsessed and demanded the treats whenever he opened a bag. The downside? smelly little kitty farts, and smellier kitty poops, which were small but mighty. It became a running joke with Kala's 260,000 followers until the day Dory farted and Kala lit a pile of Doritos in an incense burner to mask the odor. Then he tried burning the chips next to Dory's litter box, and it eliminated what he says is, quote, 90% of crappy cat smells. Kala is now selling custom incense burners and a Dory candle on Etsy, where 10% of the profits go to his local animal rescue.
And it's not good.
Best of all, Kala permanently adopted Dory last month. Aw, a milestone celebrated where else on TikTok.
Burning Doritos
also
is perfect for masking the smell of a litter box. Your last story of something cool you can do with a cool ranch comes from Negin Farsad.
They had me
Doritos are known for their bright orange hue, inspired by fall foliage and/or hazmat suits. And it's also known for its flavor-filled dust. The dust is so sticky that after eating a bag of Doritos, it's customary to lick your bright orange fingers. It's also customary to dip into a short depression about your life choices because why did you just eat a full bag of Doritos? But the adhesive qualities of Dorito dust caught the attention of scientists at the Center for Forensic Science in Chicago. To date, dusting for fingerprints involved a boring, non-tortilla chip-based dust. But these scientists found that Dorito dust was 5 times more effective in revealing fingerprints. They are now beta testing a program in the Riverdale neighborhood of Chicago using the orange dust on forensic cases. So far, the dust has rendered 20% more fingerprints than the average, with the added bonus of making each crime scene smell like a Super Bowl party. Detective Gerald Gardino said of the program, "We are definitely finding more fingerprints than we used to. I just have to remember not to lick my fingers after working a crime scene."
All right. Oh, my God. So let's say, Emily, you happen to have a bag of Doritos. Instead of eating them, you could do which of these? From Adam Burke, extract a chemical from its food coloring and make mice transparent. From Roxanne Roberts, burn it in an incense holder and completely mask the smell of the stankiest cat litter box. Or from Negin Farsad, use it as a much improved fingerprint dust in crime scene investigations. Which of these is the real new use for Doritos?
Well, I love Doritos as much as the next person, but I have got to think that there are some very questionable chemicals in that dust that could very well turn a mouse translucent, so I'm going to go with Adam's story.
All right. You've chosen Adam's story of the chemical found in every Dorito that if extracted and rubbed on mice can make them transparent. And for the correct answer, we spoke to a reporter who's been on top of the real story.
Researchers took a common food dye. A lot of people might identify it with Doritos, and within a few minutes, the skin of the mice transformed.
That is...
What was that?
So judging by the way people were clapping, I'm guessing that she knew because they knew.
Okay.
Amazing.
Although I will say, for the last one, if it happened in Canton, Massachusetts, I would also believe very, very well that they were using Cheetos to dust for fingerprints.
You mean Canton, Ohio?
No, I mean Canton, Massachusetts, where they used plastic cups for evidence gathering. They had the evidentiary leaf blower, and they had the used grocery bags for evidence.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's where you were going with it, because I thought you were going for the Canton, Ohio pet eater.
No, I'm simply going with, if we're going to have absolutely shoddy police work, I can thoroughly believe using Cheeto dust for fingerprints.
Okay. I thought we were going for a dusting the pets with a with snack dust.
Nope. I had a whole different direction there. Sorry.
I get that though. Hi, buddy. What's up?
He's looking for lost snacks on the floor.
He's hoping somebody will look to the east.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to the game.
Also Carolyn Johnson, a science reporter at the Washington Post, talking about the transparent mice made that way by the magic of Doritos. Congratulations, Emily. You got it right. You earned a point for Adam, and you've won our prize, the voice of your choice on your voicemail. Well done.
Yay!
And now the game where we ask people about things they know nothing about. It's called Not My Job. Comedian Jay Farrow became instantly known during his years on the cast of Saturday Night Live as a brilliant impressionist, from Kevin Hart to Barack Obama. But now he is appearing in the role of himself as the host of a game show on Fox and Hulu, The Quiz with Balls. Jay Farrow, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. So, first of all, I should say, welcome to the pinnacle of human achievement, the game show host. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No. It's not as easy as it looks, and you definitely just have to be able to improv and be able to just think on the fly. I never knew that somebody was going to introduce me and say the quiz with balls after my name. That never thought.
That wasn't something you dreamed of as a child, dreaming of showbiz.
Not something I thought was going to happen. It just baffles me and drives my mind to total insanity when I'm in a restaurant enjoying my food and a family will come up to me and say, "Release the balls." I'm like,
on the show and in your own comedy, you are known for these astounding impressions. Is there one, like, in your entire roster of people you can do that you're most proud of?
The one that I would say that I'm the originator of it, and nobody had done it like me, was Will Smith. And that one is just, that's just one that's, that's the one that, everybody, pretty much loves because it's not the kind of impression that's like just found. It's not like a hot pocket. It was more like tenderloin.
That was
wow.
Yes. And I'll say
that was a little eerie, is what that was.
I've seen Jay also does a fantastic Chris Rock. So I imagine at some point you ended up slapping yourself.
Call back!
No. Oh Jesus! But having those two, when that situation happened, I said, "Oh man, God loves me." I'll tell you.
You're gonna have work for a year. You can do the scene.
Oh man, it was so funny when I was in here reenacting the scene by myself.
All right. You gotta let us hear it, right? If you've got,
come on.
Okay.
Everybody's asking me, man, how do you feel, man? How do I feel? I got smacked by the softest man in Hollywood, okay? Not freaking good, okay?
Wow.
I gotta say this, I really do apologize, to everybody in America and everybody ubiquitously around the world. What I should have done instead of smacking Chris Rock was I should have waited for the commercial break and got away with the whole situation.
Well, this might be fun because who knows? You can do this as a group. Jay Farrow, we have asked you here to play a game we're calling
You Can Keep Your Balls.
So as we have established, you host the game show the quiz with balls. So we thought we'd ask you about games that don't require any balls at all. Answer 2 out of 3 questions right, and you will win our prize for one of our listeners. Bill, who is Jay Farrow playing for?
Shane Brown of Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, here is your first question. There's lots of games you can play with a frisbee instead of a ball, but not all frisbees are alike. You could find yourself catching which of these? A, the combat frisbee, lined with razors along the edge. B, frisbee for dummies, which has an iron coating and comes with gloves lined with magnets. Or C, a disc molded out of the ashes of Ed Hedrick, one of the inventors of the frisbee.
I believe that.
Well, I hope it's not the third one. I don't know. I don't know, Kev.
C.
What do you, Kev? Do you have anything on this?
Listen, I was saying, listen, people, swear to God, say this right now. I believe that the answer is B. That's what I think it is. Because a lot of people are dumb, and a lot of people need to get a disc thrown at the face because maybe it will correct something. Swear to God. All right.
You're going B?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you're gonna trust Kevin Hart on this, Jay? Is that what you're gonna?
I gotta trust Kev. I think he knows.
He let you down. It was C. It's actually
it was C?
The guy who invented, as part of his will, one of the guys who invented the frisbee. He asked to be cremated, and then he had his ashes mixed in to plastic to make frisbees that were sold for charity, and they're out there in the world.
That won't be.
Yeah.
This is not something that will be thrown around in a black household. Not messing with it, okay?
No, you take it down from the wall and you go, Ed, you want to play? And the frisbee doesn't complain. You go, all right, you still have 2 more chances. All right, here's your next question. Cornhole, that's the game, popular here in the Midwest, where you try to toss bean bags through a hole in a board. You all know this game, right? You've been to tailgates, right? It's very popular here in America, but there are international variants, such as which of these? One of these is real. A, the game of Tejo in Colombia, where players throw their bags at exploding targets filled with gunpowder. B, tramp hole in Australia, where you bounce off a mini trampoline and try to throw yourself through the hole. Or C, crick hole in England, where the other player can defend the goal with a cricket bat.
I say B.
You know what?
Would Jay-Z help out with this one?
I don't know.
Is there something that Jay-Z says a lot that might be the answer?
Dassen, do you know?
Basically, now I'm pretty stumped, but after thinking about that comparatively to the other answers, I would probably say I'll say A.
Okay, so you said
C.
C. I said B. He said A.
Yes. This is right.
Somebody's right.
Is correct. That is right.
It was A.
And absolutely true. Imagine cornhole, but if you hit the target, an explosive charge goes off. Boom! It is the second most popular sport in Colombia after soccer.
You know
I can
what's
understand
real.
that.
I can too. The thing is like, I wanted to say A because I remember hearing about a sport called Tejo in Colombia and playing it with bean bags or corn bags. I just the whole blowing up part sounded so
Not.
right. Just nah, y'all, nah. So
That sounds like a Nelson County game.
or Louisa.
Yeah. But
Green.
that sounds like something.
Specifically Green County, actually.
Either way, that sounds like something we would look at and go like, yeah, we're going to do that here. And we would look around at other countries and be like, they're too smart for that.
Right. Yeah, it's the exploding part that threw me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is any other country dumb enough to play a game with exploding stuff? I mean, somehow we were smart enough to ban lawn darts. But I guess, somehow we were smart enough to ban lawn darts. Of course we should know we were at some point smart enough to ban exploding targets.
I mean, the thing is they're not exactly banned. They're just not as prevalent as they appear to be elsewhere.
Exploding targets or lawn darts? Or
Exploding
idiots?
targets. Oh, no one has, we do not have the concession on idiots.
Okay.
It just feels like it sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
No, I'm an
we really
exploding
do
target.
this exploding targets. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess we really do need to remember we don't have the monopoly on idiocy.
No.
Iggy! Love you! Oh! Okay, y'all. Hold on. Now, Iggy Marauder, first time chat. This person. Let me show you what this person can do. I have been collecting their cards that they have been leaving at the Hidden Leaf.
Uh-huh.
These were made by Iggy Marauder. Oh, this is,
Those are so pretty.
Yes. I'm just...
Look at that.
They're Iggy's art is absolutely amazing. They are an amazing person. You're very engaging in conversation, and I felt bad that I didn't have time to really talk to you yesterday, but that other person seemed to need attention a lot. Sorry, Gandalf is demanding I play with him during stream, so...
That's because Gandalf knows I've been trying to hit the summon kitty button.
So yeah, definitely go check out at Iggy Marauder on here, on Discord. Oh gosh, I don't know if you guys can see that.
No.
The cat just tripped over my headphone cord.
Yep.
Well, all right. Thank you for coming in here, Iggy. Great to see you. You are an amazing person. And we are gonna get back to playing. Wait, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to remember why we... Oh. I paused to say hi to Iggy.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel, with all the cocaine that I used to deal with back in the day. Yeah. My intuition spoke for me. That was the hustler, homie.
That's a really good Jay-Z.
It's really weird.
That's a really good Jay-Z
All right,
impression.
last question. Get this right. Whoever you are, and you win it all. Everybody loves to play darts, right? But it's not as easy as it looks. What is a proven way to improve your darts game? A, just closing your eyes and throwing randomly toward the target. B, spinning around 4 times and then throwing it like a discus toss. Like whoosh, 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 thump. Or C, just getting a little drunk.
C.
Now, before I answer this question, I'm just going to say this.
Oh.
There is a lot of fallacy that's been spoken. A lot of things could be wrong.
Lord.
Oh, my.
Yes, Tim.
I'm going to go with B.
I'm going to come up to you with tears in my eyes and say, sir, are you sure?
You shouldn't be crying. Come on, this is a festive time. We're just answering questions. That's all.
Yeah.
So I would say that's my final answer, B. Have to say it like a dude.
For some reason, I've never said this with more pleasure, but you're wrong. I'm having a lot of emotions here, Jay. The answer is actually C, getting drunk. Studies have proved that just a little alcohol improves your dart game. That's why they play it in bars.
But technically, Jay didn't get any of them wrong.
He did, Jay. You walk away with a clean record. Bill, how did Jay and his friends do in our quiz?
You know, he's a winner, and you're going to leave a winner.
Absolutely.
2 out of 3.
Not your fault. So Jay Farrow, as you now all know, is an amazing impressionist. He's also the host of Fox's The Quiz with Balls. His new comedy special, Jared, premieres on YouTube September 22nd. Jay Farrow, that was surreal and absolutely a blast. Thank you so much for joining us. In just a minute, Bill puts on his dancing shoes for our listener limerick challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us in the air. We'll be back in a minute with more Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
School time in flexible. The Septoffs. Next.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We are playing this week with Adam Burke, Nagin Farsad, and Roxanne Roberts. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. In just a minute, Bill insists it was a victimless rhyme in our listener limerick challenge. If you'd like to play, give us a call. 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-924.
I was the victim of that
questions for you from the week's news.
Yeah.
Nagin, do you care about the environment, but you're too lazy to do anything about it? Great news. NPR reports that you can lower your carbon footprint by doing what?
Holding in your farts.
I'll give you a hint. It's a seamless solution to the problem of climate change.
My feeling about that hint is that ordering food off of Seamless?
Yes.
What?
I know. It's a little surprising, but NPR investigated whether either food delivery services like Seamless or DoorDash or those meal kits that are sent to your home are worse for the environment than cooking for yourself. And they found, much to everybody's surprise, it's actually slightly better for the environment.
Yeah.
Even more, if you go ahead and check that little box in the order that says, please no utensils or napkins, you are now officially Greta Thunberg.
See, when you gave that clue, I was going in completely the wrong direction. When you said seamless, I thought it was like being naked all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
I was
give
no
up clothing?
seams on clothes. Yeah.
And the reason is, you might be wondering why. It's
this
because
doesn't make any sense.
a meal delivered by a food delivery service generates much less food waste than cooking at home.
Yeah.
And because a food delivery service combines trips, right, instead of every individual person driving to the grocery store themselves to get food. It's sort of like a food carpool. So do not ruin it by ordering each chicken nugget separately.
Don't ruin it by ordering microwave
so wrong
fish.
still.
It's NPR. Would we lie to you? Well, other than Other than us specifically.
Mostly at this show.
Yeah, exactly. Adam, the government of China is warning its citizens to be wary of hot people coming onto them because those people may be what?
Spies?
Yes, exactly right. According to the Chinese Ministry of State Security, there have been increasing reports of foreign agents catfishing Chinese citizens into revealing state secrets. Many pretend to be academics or maybe grad students in order to gain the trust of people who might have access to sensitive information.
For saying
it's terrible for your self-esteem. A gorgeous
No,
fellow
things with
PhD student
spies.
seems interested in your research.
What?
But then no, because the proper answer was actually spies.
I mean, it's really close, but yeah, it's not quite the proper answer. Don't forget that today's pre-rolls are brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, Suite 200, 105 West Main Street, Suite 200, above the bricks between 10,000 Villages and Hamilton's, where the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. A great place to go to get some great buds with some great buds. And the lowest prices in town, according to my own personal and probably highly biased research. And now, back to the conversation already in progress. What was that?
That was just laughter.
I feel like I did that ad read pretty quickly, pretty well.
You did.
All right, back to the show.
And then the state police come over and are like, not so fast, uggo.
But also, what if the academic who they're stealing the secrets from is also hot? You know what I mean? Right? So
Yeah.
if it's like two hot people, then what does the government say?
Well,
avoid or don't avoid?
Exactly, and there's another problem, which is what about innocent hot people? Everybody is going to suspect that we're spies. That's not fair. That's stereotyping.
Yeah.
Maybe I just have six-pack abs and I'm interested in the dispensation of troops in the Chinese military.
Okay, so the way he went through that, the way he did that, is that reminds me of the punchline of one of my bits. Have I told the bit about the funniest thing to ever happen to me in a 7-Eleven on stream yet? Have I done this bit on stream? Do you know this story?
I'm going to have to say no to both, I think. Unless this is something you told me when we were driving around at one point.
That's possible. Okay, so this is quite literally the funniest thing to ever happen to me in a 7-Eleven. This was back when I was still married, and we were living down the road from the 7-Eleven, about a block and a half. So I could walk up there at any time, and, you know. And this is during the brief period of time when the 7-Eleven in that town was open for 24 hours. So one night, late at night, I walk up to the 7-Eleven to get coffee and donuts for myself and my wife. And as I walk into the 7-Eleven, I walk in behind a couple of... Okay. So, the pastel plaid shorts with the white braided string belt. Like, it's like twisted and braided strings. You know, the sunglasses, the Ray-Ban sunglasses on the back of the neck. The the too light to be salmon or coral kind of pink polo, macrame belt. Yes, macrame belt, but white. Very, and sandals and socks too. This guy was wearing, and the baseball cap had a couple of Greek letters on it. You know the type. So I walk into the store behind a couple of these guys. And, I decide I want to make this a the quick trip, because I don't really want to be around this much douche all at one time. So I go through, I grab the coffees, I grab the donuts, I'm on the fly, I'm getting out of there. And yet somehow I end up behind one of these guys in line. And he's at the counter. And he has UVA lacrosse fan written all over him. He's not even cool enough to play lacrosse. Equipment manager. UVA lacrosse assistant equipment manager. That kind of thinks he has something going for him, but really doesn't. And he is complaining to the young woman behind the counter. And this is all you've got? You don't have anything else? Nothing else, just this. And she says, well, yes, sir. If you don't see anything else over there, that's all we've got. We don't we don't have anything else behind the counter that we don't have out on the rack. And he goes, what am I supposed to do with magnums? And I said, buy a bag of rubber bands. And his buddy from across the store says, yeah, saran wrap and rubber bands. We'll make this happen. And I thought, oh my God, what kind of UVA grape shit did I get myself into now? And he just storms off out of the 7-Eleven, and his buddy goes after him laughing. And I look at the young woman behind the counter, and with a completely straight face, I said, even if I didn't need magnums, I'd at least lie about it.
Yes.
There is a part of me that wishes that story was made up. But there is a part of me that is just proud of me for what came out of my mouth in that moment. Even if I didn't need magnums, I'd still lie about it. Wait, are you lying about it now? You'll never know.
And somewhere out there's the preppy dude bro that has to live with the fact that he was told, suck it up and buy rubber bands.
Yeah, right? Somewhere there is some guy who is the other side of that story. And I bet you that moment just lives in his nightmares. On the other hand, his buddy, I bet you every time they get drunk enough at a party or something, his buddy brings that up. I mean, we're talking 15 years ago. Something like that, somewhere in that range. Get your nosy little paws out of that.
Nope. That is where the paws belong now.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Who thought it would be a good idea to make a hobbit a wizard?
Probably not the Hobbit.
Probably not the wizards.
That'd be the human.
I guess it's all my fault.
Yep.
I didn't say it was your fault. I said I am blaming you. Hey.
Yep.
Okay, so back to the game. Now that I've told that horrible story.
Yes.
Tell me what the secret is. Tell me what the secret is. Tell me what the secret is.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can always click the Contact Us link on the website, waitwait.npr.org. And be sure to check out our sister podcast, How to Do Everything.
We're
this
going
week, Mike and
into
Ian
this
tell you how to keep
round
your French fries from getting all
completely
soggy.
even.
Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Poppy calling from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Poppy, what do you do there in Pittsburgh?
I work in Medicaid managed care.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, dear.
That must be exciting.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a conversation ender.
Yeah, okay. Well, what else you got then? I don't know.
Well, Peter, I do have a funny story.
Please.
I once was in a parody sketch of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me in a one-day variety show.
No, really?
Wow.
Yeah. I was attending graduate school at University of Chicago, and we did a one-night variety show, and I got to play Poppy Sagal. I was the host.
I'll wait till we come back from ad break to play the rest of it.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't think Iggy is subscribed. I'm pretty sure we have several people that aren't subscribed.
Fair enough.
I shouldn't have done that. I should not have started playing with the cat with the pen. That was a really bad idea, Trevor. That now has the cat thinking the pen is a toy.
I hate to tell you this, but what it is actually the cat having you thinking the pen's a toy.
Well, yeah. There are things that I'm trying to convince him aren't toys.
Mm-hmm.
Pens, metal chopsticks, knives, letter openers, deadly poisons, high explosives.
Do I need to get
people's passwords?
Do I
Those
need
are
to
not
get you that book?
toys. What book?
How to talk to your cat about gun safety and other difficult topics? It's a real book.
I mean, yes, of course I want to read it, but no, I don't need it. I think Gandalf and I communicate. It's not that he doesn't understand me or care what I say. It's that he's a cat and is going to do whatever he pleases because he's a cat. Cat's gonna cat.
Yes, this is true.
Welcome back from the commercials, by the way, friends. Back to the show.
Was the host.
No, really?
Really, yes.
Only because Jay Farrow was just on our show and I'm thinking about it. Did you actually attempt to do an impression of me?
You know, it's not that hard, Peter. It's like... this is NPR.
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah, I thought I was talking to myself. That was great. Well, Poppy, welcome to the show. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with a last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in 2 of the limericks, you'll be a winner. You ready to play?
It's an Ashkenazi
Here's your first limerick.
And Delphi's old cons sure do rankle. But for views, ABC pulls a prankle. After time behind bars, she is dancing with stars, with a monitor worn round her
Ankle.
Yes, ankle. Anna Delvey, that's the con woman made famous by a Netflix show about her, will be the first contestant on Dancing with the Stars to compete while wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor. It might get in the way of her moves, but when it finally comes off, just think how high her kicks will suddenly be.
Oh my.
It's the sort of news that makes you say, I guess we are using a very broad definition of both home detention and also with the stars.
I want every week for them to add an accoutrement, so by the end she's in that Hannibal Lecter thing with the mask on.
Yes. Just kind of wheel around.
That's the challenge.
Here
Can she
is
keep
your
dancing?
next limerick, Poppy.
Keir Starmer inspects his new flat. There's a squatter inside who won't scat. He might be too sinister for the Prime Minister. Larry, 10 Downing Street's
cat.
Cat?
Yes, cat. The new British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is facing a fierce opponent as he establishes himself at 10 Downing Street. The cat that lives there hates him and his family. It's got to be the biggest story of the week that involves a world leader talking about pets.
So this makes Keir Starmer a child-foil cat leader.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
I was just testing that out. We don't need to enjoy it.
Okay. Poppy, you got one more limerick. You're doing great. Here it is.
Sometimes kumquats are frugally sized, and our pears look like noodly thighs. We will make ugly fruit look all tasty and cute when we slap on some googly eyes. I'm sorry, I blew it. I got so into it.
It's very hard.
Whoa! Whoa! That was radio history, people.
He blew the limerick. Oh my.
Oh, wow. Dude. Oh.
All taste. A world leader talking about pets.
So this makes Keir Starmer a child-foil cat leader.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
I was just testing that out. We don't need to enjoy it.
Okay. Poppy, you got one more limerick. You're doing great. Here it is.
Sometimes kumquats are frugally sized, and our pears look like noodly thighs. We will make ugly fruit look all tasty and cute when we slap on some googly eyes. I'm sorry, I blew it.
Okay.
What
happened there with the sound?
It's very hard. I know. So, let me just ask you, Poppy.
I think somebody tried.
Let me just ask you, Poppy.
me.
Take a random guess.
So
What's
we're
the
gonna
answer?
Back up
Is
again.
it eyes?
It is.
It's noodly thighs. We will make ugly fruit look all tasty and cute when we slap on some googly eyes. I'm sorry, I blew it. I got so into it.
It's very hard. I know. So, let me just ask you, Poppy. Let me just ask you, Poppy. Take a random guess. What's the answer?
Is it eyes?
It is, Poppy. How did you know?
What a score.
According to a new study, an effective way, this is real, by the way, to get people to buy misshapen produce is to put googly eyes on them. But what does it say about us? That we're more likely to eat fruits and vegetables if they look like people. I wasn't hungry before now, but now I yearn for the taste of human flesh.
No. I think it's like if it has googly eyes on it, it looks goofy. And you forgive the fact that it looks bad because it's goofy.
So I kind of never apply morality to fruit in the first place.
Oh, you're alone, Adam.
The study focused on so-called ugly produce, which is produce that is completely edible and just as delicious as any other, but it looks funny. Unfortunately, when you do buy this produce, its eyes turn into little X's when you cook them. Bill, how did Poppy do
Weird.
on our quiz?
I don't know. Not a great time for me to take a hit.
Right?
All of a sudden, you don't have any answers.
I got nothing. I got nothing. But you know, she's already won with 2 out of 3. So, Poppy, my apologies, and you're a win.
Yes, you are, Poppy. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was so bizarre.
Yeah, you better keep your eyes on us.
This message comes from NPR sponsor MIDI Health. If you're a woman covered by insurance, book your visit today by understanding your come from Bombas.
Now on to our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions
ready?
as they can. Each correct answer now worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Nagid and Adam each have 3. Roxanne has 2.
Okay, Roxanne, you are in second place. That means you're up first. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, Russia launched a major counterattack against blank. Kursk. Ukraine, yes. On Tuesday, Delta confirmed that no passengers were injured after 2 planes collided while taxiing.
Collided.
Right. This week,
What? Did you get
I did not get it.
Okay. I didn't get the first or the second one.
No.
Either. So. Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Residents in Southern California were hit with evacuation orders as 3 major blanks continued to rage.
Wildfires.
Right. On Tuesday, a woman in Nashville was talked off a bridge by blank.
John Bon Jovi.
Right. This week, a man at the Taipei Zoo was bitten by lions after he entered their cage and said blank.
Eat me?
Roar?
No, he said, quote, come bite me.
Oh.
Hoping to compete with Target and Aldi, Amazon announced that they were launching a new line of budget-friendly blank.
Groceries.
Right. On Monday, 3 new cast members were announced for blank's 50th season.
SNL.
Right. This week, tourists in the UK crowded around to see the country's newest attraction, blank.
Oh. The horrible statue of Queen Elizabeth?
That's right.
Okay.
Is that what you said?
No, I said pandas.
The statue of the late Queen Elizabeth II is particularly horrible because, according to everybody who looks at it, it makes the Queen look just like Mrs. Doubtfire. It is being called an insult to Her Majesty's memory. Some are even calling it for it to be melted down, which sounds great, until the next statue they make somehow makes Queen Elizabeth look like the genie from Aladdin. Bill, how did Roxanne do in our quiz?
She did very well. 7 right. 14 more points. Total of 16.
Wow.
She's
All right.
in the lead.
All right.
You know,
I'm going to pick Adam.
Doubtfire's not the only queen that Robin Williams played.
This is
People
true.
often forget about the Birdcage. The film adaptation of Le Courgefort. And I do love me some Le Courgefort. And the Birdcage was pretty good as well. Everybody in the Birdcage just turned in an absolute wonderful performance. But see, okay, so in Charlottesville, there is this community theater called Live Arts. And back in my final year of high school, between my junior and senior year of high school, I needed to get training in theater proper. I needed to get, and not like, I needed to get training in the tech side of theater proper to understand what and how a theater runs. My senior project was about theater and theater design, how theater design affected theater performance.
Right.
And so I started by getting to know theater, sort of how theater design and performance interacted by being the assistant stage manager for a production of La Cage aux Folles at the Live Arts Theater when I was about 17 to 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. Yep. 17. I was 17 that summer. And I worked. I did a lot of stuff where I really got to know how theater runs. This had a point. I have lost track of what the point was.
You started off with Mrs. Doubtfire not being the only.
Oh, La Cage aux Folles and yes. So that's what I ended up working on. That's what Live Arts was producing, La Cage aux Folles. And it was delightful, and it gave me a really good perspective on how theater design and theater work, and it was one more step towards doing what I do. Oddly enough, it always met with some pushback. But and we did this before The Birdcage came out. We did this play like right before The Birdcage came out. And so when The Birdcage hit theaters, like, I was still right there. I was like, I felt like there was no way, even though it was a cast of professional, brilliantly cast actors, they could never hold a candle to the community theater production that I was part of. It was... However, as I have grown and gained humility, unlike so many people in this area, Birdcage is such a wonderful role. And Robin Williams' character as the Queen, as an aging queen, I guess he's more of a aging king. It's really, oh God, what's his name?
Nathan Lane?
No. Oh wait, was that Nathan Lane? Not Stanley Tucci. I thought it was Stanley Tucci.
Hang on, I'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure that was Stanley Tucci, and Nathan Lane was also in. Magic Rectangle Person?
I'm looking for the Magic Rectangle Person.
We are so close to the end of the show, and I had to take us on a detour.
You're fine.
I had to take us on a rainbow detour.
Let's see. Yeah, Nathan Lane.
It was Nathan Lane, not Stanley Tucci.
You've got Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, Callista Flockhart, Gene Hackman, Diane West.
I don't know why I thought it was Stanley Tucci. Nathan Lane did an amazing job in that role. Robin Williams, of course, always brilliant.
Let me see.
I think 17 was about the right age to be introduced to the birdcage. Oh. I also, yeah. I just realized that one of the family members who passed last year was in that production, was in that live arts production. He played the stage manager. And he would come out in... His character was dating the dominatrix.
Okay.
The dominatrix was being played by... Okay, so... We called her... I'm wondering how much of this I can say, because I don't really want to dox her. This isn't her name anyway, but also... So, the woman who was playing the dominatrix was also a friend of mine and of my circle of friends, and she was that part in real life. And so and she wasn't, she was not a full-time dominatrix or anything. She had other jobs. She was a waitress, an actress, and ultimately she went into the Navy. No, into the Air Force. And she provided her own costume and gear as the dominatrix. And so we called her Lisa Leathergoods.
I mean, as the name goes, that's not the worst I've heard.
No, it was a play off of her name. And I'm not going to give you her last name, but it was something similar. Only slightly less direct than Leathergoods.
Yeah.
And it... Charlottesville is filled with a whole cast of characters. And some of us are a lot of fun and great people to know. And some of them are not. But it is what Charlottesville is never. Charlottesville is never without drama. It is never dull if you want it to not be dull. Charlottesville can be never dull. Not necessarily a good thing. Now these people, this cast of characters that I did La Cage aux Folles with were wonderful people. All of them were wonderful people. And Lisa was a very dear friend, and still is. I haven't seen her in many years, but she is... Last time I saw her, she was doing well, and she is a wonderful person. Delightful person to be around. You know, just saying.
Cool beans.
Wow. So, deep lore there.
Adam, arbitrarily, to go next. Here we go. Adam, please fill in the blank. According to Nielsen data, around 67 million people watched Tuesday's blank.
Debate.
Right, on Monday, Campbell's Soup announced they were changing their name to blank.
Oh, it's just Campbell's?
Yeah, just Campbell's, yes, no soup. Just hours after making landfall in Louisiana, Hurricane Francine was downgraded to blank.
Tropical storm.
Tropical storm?
Right, according to a new study, 2/3 of America's blanks don't consider themselves wealthy.
Billionaires?
Not billionaires, millionaires. On Tuesday,
What
Foo
did you say?
Fighters founder blank announced he
I said families.
Families. Okay. Dave Grohl.
Blank announced he had
Dave
had a
Grohl.
child outside of his
Yeah.
marriage.
Dave Grohl.
Right, on Sunday, FX's Shogun set a record by winning 14 Creative Arts Blank Awards.
Emmys?
Right. This week, tourists in Seattle crowded around to see that city's newest tourist attraction, blank.
An even uglier statue of the Queen.
No. An abandoned Cybertruck on the side of the road. This particular Cybertruck is in pretty rough shape, which might explain it was abandoned on the side of a busy Seattle street. Since then, they've attracted onlookers who can remember their visit by buying a T-shirt that says, "I saw the abandoned Cybertruck, and all it did was break my fingers." Bill, how did Adam do in our quiz?
5 right, 10 more points, total of 13, means Roxanne is still in the lead.
All right. So how many then does Nagin need to win?
7 to win, count them down.
All right, here we go, Nagin. This is for the game. On Wednesday, both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump were in New York to observe the anniversary of blank.
September 11.
Right, amid an ongoing corruption probe, the police commissioner of blank resigned on Thursday.
New York City.
Right, on Thursday, a Georgia judge dismissed 2 of the criminal counts against blank.
Trump.
Right, this week, Asia Wilson broke the single-season scoring record in the blank.
Tennis thing.
No, the WNBA. After being convinced to give the buyer a requested discount on the home he was selling, a man in Miami is suing because he learned blank.
That the house was made of styrofoam.
No, that the buyer who wanted a discount was Jeff Bezos.
Oh.
On Monday, police arrested a man accused of stealing 4 blanks from Australian rower Drew Ginn.
Kangaroos?
Olympic medals. On Tuesday, Sony angered gamers by announcing an $800 price tag on the newest version of the blank.
PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Did you not expect us to put you through this, Nagin? Was this a surprise to you?
I had the same thing. I think there's a slow carbon monoxide.
There is. We need to investigate the metals in this room. Okay, what is...
I'll do this again. On Tuesday, Sony angered gamers by announcing an $800 price tag on the newest version of the blank.
Grand Theft Auto?
No, the console, the PlayStation. This week, tourists in Chicago crowded around to see this city's newest tourist attraction. What?
A really super hideous version of Queen Elizabeth.
No! A see-through plastic purse filled with Lucky Charms hanging on a pole. Despite going viral, no one has claimed this cereal-filled purse, which was found hanging from a pole in front of an abandoned muffler shop. And despite the mystery, onlookers say it definitely ranks up there with some of Chicago's other beloved tourist attractions, like the late, great Rat Hole and the bean. Not the sculpture, just a bean that had fallen out of a burrito. Bill, did Nagin do well enough to win?
No.
Not
3 right.
No.
6 more points. 9 total. That means Roxanne is the winner this week.
I know you won.
Just a minute. We're going to ask our panelists to predict, now that we have seen the first private citizen take a spacewalk, what will be the next first to happen in space. But first, let me tell you that. Wait, don't tell me. It's a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions. Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip
it's always nice to know that I know.
Paul Friedman. Our tour manager is Shana Donald. Thanks to the staff and crew at the Studebaker Theater. A very special thanks and a fond farewell to our friend Nathan Kanapke. Best of luck in hell. I'm sorry, I mean Hades Town. BJ Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Monica Hickey and Blythe Robertson. Peter Gwynn insists he has concepts of plans. Our vibe curator is Emma Choi. Technical director is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. The executive producer of Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. Now, panel, what will be the next big first in space? Nagin Farsad.
It'll be the first group therapy for billionaires who figure out why they have to go to space in the first place.
Roxanne Roberts.
The first Apple store will open on the moon, where there will still be a line to get in.
And Adam Burke.
The first reality show about the people trapped on the International Space Station, called The Real Houstronauts of the Van Allen Belt.
Nice. Well, if any of that happens, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Nagin Farsad, Roxanne Roberts, and Adam Burke. Thanks to our fabulous audience here at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago. Thanks to all of you for listening wherever you may be. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week. This is NPR.
Yes. I think that they had a very, very trying day there too, and everybody was just losing it.
Oh man, that was hilarious. That was great. Oh man. That was That was an absolutely delightful show.
Yes.
So much happened. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Much love to you. Thank you, Iggy Marauder. Thank you, Dassin. Chris into 386. Am I forgetting anyone?
No, I don't think so. I think you got everybody.
All right. Stick around for the raid. We're going to be raiding into Crossfire DJ on the Sunday No Pants raid train. And now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're not quite out yet. Just Me Crystal says, to celebrate his birthday on Tuesday, Crossfire DJ's birthday is on Tuesday. All right.
Nice.
All right. So, yeah, when we pop in there, don't forget to wish him a happy birthday. And now, I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all. Bye.